So high performing teams, right? There's a couple ingredients that have to be there. So one, people are good at their jobs, right? They're skilled and they're in the right position. The next one is they're actually meeting their goals, right? You can't be a high performing team without meeting your goals. And then finally is how they care about each other. And what I mean by care about each other is it's a bit of like leaving the ego at the door. Can other people develop? And can I also care about their development as much as I care about my development? So that point of high performing teams is also, some of I think what gets forgotten about, the leaving the ego at your door and people are developing and we're all, their high performance helps my higher performance as well. So what do you want to add about high performance?
Yeah, I think those real high performing teams, often it's like in football, we quite often say they're overachieving, which I'm not a big fan of because I don't think you can like overachieve. But I think what the point they're trying to make is all the individuals are all doing their jobs, but in alignment then with the common goal and all part of a bigger plan and a philosophy, and it's all coming together. So it's a classic case of the whole being more than the sum of the parts, because all those individuals are doing their jobs really well, but for the greater good with this in mind as well. And then suddenly it becomes more powerful, more important than just this group of individuals could ever be. Mm-hmm. And it brings that extra dimension, which is then you get this overachieving type thing that people talk about, I say, which I'm not a big fan of that, but it's getting people to their maximum with the common goal, and everything's in alignment with senior staff all the way through the organisation. You get that very, very powerful.
So let's say you have, this team, right? Even if you have a superstar player, internationally known, but they're bringing up the play of everybody on the team. So how do you sustain that, or how do you maintain it? We all want to create high performing teams, but can you maintain it? Can you sustain it?
You can for a point, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult to achieve this high level, but to sustain it for a long period is really, really difficult. And there's got to be a cut-off. You can't keep it going at that incredibly high level forever. There's got to be a cut-off point. And you need to accept that. And that's when you need like a rebuild or to freshen things up sometimes and not keep things exactly the same. Because, like I say, other people will be changing their approach. So it's very, very difficult, incredibly hard to do.
Yeah, so high-performing teams are almost like a special blip that happens, right? And I think it's that emotional process of like, okay, I'm in this right now. How do I sustain it for as long as I can, knowing that I'm going to have to make some changes at some point, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, like I say, it's so hard to achieve that high level of a high-performing team. But then when you get there, you need to know it's going to change. So you've got to fight that change for as long as possible. Try and do what you can to stay there. Very hard to do. But like I say, there are ways of doing it to an extent, but it won't last forever.